Let's go Dolphins! Let's go Dolphins!
Welcome back, everyone, to Heights Hoopla in the second edition. I'm Lauren Zazzaro, and we'll be speaking with men's basketball coach Pat Beeline about their win against Georgian Court last week and their loss against AIC yesterday.
And I'm Morgan Chapman. I'll be speaking with head coach of the women's basketball team about their overtime victory over AIC. They won 63-60, and when we return, we'll have both head coaches for you.
Go.
Welcome back to Heights Hoopla, episode number 2. I'm Morgan Chapman, and now joining me, head coach of the women's basketball team, Gina Castelli. Coach Castelli, huge overtime win on the road at AIC. What was your biggest takeaway from last night's game?
We have a lot of work to do still, but no, it was a really good game. I mean, I thought for having such a young team, we prevailed, which was really great. And, we still have a lot of things to get better at, though.
Well, speaking of things to get better, you play on the road this Saturday. What are you looking to improve between now and then?
I think one of the biggest things that came through is just valuing the ball and, valuing possessions a little bit more. I think that we could have done a better job during time and score situations, especially at the end of each quarter and, going into overtime. I thought the overtime execution was a lot better than the entire game that we had.
And Coach, not to look too far ahead, but obviously you're going to be home at Ted Grant Court for the first time next Tuesday. How excited are you to be back here at Ted Grant Court?
Always excited to play home. First of all, we have one of the best facilities in the NE10. And secondly, we have a brutal, travel schedule.
Right.
So it's just great to be home and playing on our home court.
And Coach, you're replacing a lot of seniors from last year's team. How has everyone been able to mesh together, the returning players and then the new incomers?
I think we've done really well. I mean, it's really hard to replace experience, but I do think that our returning players have really took it upon themselves, invested in the team a lot, and, tried to implement a really strong culture for going into the season. And I think we have a good freshman core that understands what it takes to win. And it's not just what you do on the court, it's what you do off the court and the culture and how important culture is.
Coach, I'm going to call an audible at the line of scrimmage here. Next week, Thanksgiving's coming up. What's your favorite Thanksgiving dish?
Oh my God, I'm Italian, so it's like I would be picking an Italian dish, but I actually love turkey, so I just absolutely, I'm looking forward to having a nice Thanksgiving dinner with my team, so turkey's it for me, even as an Italian.
All right, Coach, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Welcome back, everyone, to Heights Hoopla. I'm again Lauren Zazzaro, accompanied by men's basketball coach Pat Beeline. Coach, congrats on your first win last week against Georgian Court. You guys won pretty handily, and Malik dropped 20 points. So what does a player like that add to a team like yours?
Yeah, well, first off, it was a great team win overall. Anytime you can start the season off with a win like that on the road, it's a really good thing. And, Malik's a player who can really score the ball. But he's also a point guard that can really make the right decisions. So hopefully as he continues to grow, to learn our system, he'll get better and better each day.
Definitely. And last night you guys took your first loss to AIC, and the game had gone back and forth through the whole game. What are some takeaways from that game?
Yeah, I think the guys understand how important it is to value the ball on the road. It's really hard to win basketball games in conference on the road. And give credit to AIC. They made some tough shots, and we missed a couple. So that's the way it goes on the road. And, teaching guys how to win on the road is something that's really undervalued. So as coaching staff, we have to continue to preach that, how to win on the road.
Definitely. And in the past 2 games, you've utilized a lot of your players from the bench, going pretty deep into the bench. What advantages do you have utilizing your bench?
Yeah, I think it's a lot of, the coaching staff, we're trying to figure out, still the pieces of who can play what positions. And, this is the time to kind of experiment with that. So as we continue to go forward, I think the bench will shrink and guys will separate themselves. But right now, everyone is kind of, out there and has the same chance as the returners did. So some guys will continue to see minutes go up, some might go back, but I know we have a team that wants to win, so they're willing to work.
Great. Thank you for joining me this morning.
Yep,
Good luck Saturday. And you guys can follow the Finns on NE10 Now online and catch the games on Saturday against Southern Connecticut.
Also on Tuesday, we'll be right back here at Ted Grant Court for the first time this year against Adelphi. The women's game tips off at 5, and the men's game is right after that at 7 p.m., and we'll see you there.